Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. Kingdom Culture family, welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Last week, I ended up getting sick, and you can kind of still hear in my voice, so excuse me, but I noticed that because I was sick, I wasn't doing my morning routine, and that's what I want to talk about today is routines and why they're important. So I got sick, and so what my body wanted to do was rest, right? So I wasn't waking up early. I wasn't working out as much as I should. I wasn't doing my journaling, my prayer time, my Bible reading, and spending time with the Lord, and my breathing exercises, which that's what my morning routine is. So just to give you guys some context, I try to wake up by 4 a.m. every day. At 4 a.m. I wake up, drink a glass of water. Then I go into the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, get ready for the gym. Then from 4:15 till about 4:40, I spend time in prayer, reading my Bible and journaling, talking to the Lord. And then by 4:45, I'm in the gym stretching so that I can work out from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. After 6 a.m., I get out of the gym, go freshen up, and get ready for work. But I didn't always have this routine, right? And then I also have my working start routine, which is by 6:30, I'm at my desk working and getting those tasks finished and started, for my work day to start. But that's kind of like the start of my day, so that's not really like my morning routine. I like to say that your routine should be about an hour and shouldn't be more than 5 tasks. But let's talk about it, right? Because it took me a little bit to get that routine and realize that I thrive in routines because I was sick. I wasn't doing my morning routine and I felt exhausted. I felt like my body hurt. The aches might have been because I was sick, right? But a body that's not in motion will stay like that, stagnant, and your bones and stuff will start to hurt. I felt off. I didn't feel like I was as focused as I could be. My mental health was all over the place. I was anxious. I was overthinking. I was a little bit of stressed. So I realized hey, I actually thrive in routines. So why is that? And I wanted to dig deeper, and here we are. So what is a routine? A routine is a set of actions or tasks that you perform regularly, often in a specific order. And this is part of your daily life. Most of us don't think about it like this, but we all have a routine. Everything we do and in the order that we do it. Think about when you wake up. You either hit the alarm button and get up the first time, or you hit snooze every day and sleep for a little bit, then go to your bathroom, wash your face, your teeth, a morning face routine if you have it, get dressed, go to work or school. Then maybe you have coffee and breakfast. You either do this with enough time so you don't have to rush out of your house, or you wake up just with enough time to rush out, have breakfast on the go, and have to do everything last minute. And sometimes we can show up late. So I know 2 types of people. And I'm going to tell you about it because I used to be both. I am both. I was one, now I'm the other. But the first person, I think about is somebody that I am like now, wakes up with time, has a morning routine in place, takes their time getting ready, make sure that they have enough time to leave the house to get to where they need to go on time, and everything goes smoothly. They start their day more prepared, more focused, more alert. The second person is who I used to be, which was I would wake up at the very last minute, 40 minutes maybe, get ready, rush out of the door, have breakfast on the go, and just get so anxious in traffic because I felt like I was always going to be late. And if you are that person, let me tell you that you can change. It's just the routine, the habit of the tasks that you have allowed yourself to go on forever. And it could be with anything. It doesn't just have to be a morning routine, but this is what I have right now. And you can have an evening routine. You can have an actual routine for how you want to spend your lunchtime, what you want to do. But what I'm trying to say is that everything we do is a routine. Every task, every action, every decision that we have and we make daily is a routine. So make that mindset switch of just it's not just me, I do this every day. It's actually a routine and you can change it, right? So if you don't like something about your life, like I always say, you are able to change it. That's what makes us so cool, right? So like I told you guys, I used to be the person that wanted to sleep the most. I have severe anemia, so I used to use that as an excuse a lot of, oh no, I have anemia, I have to sleep, my body's just not, okay with not getting enough rest. I would sleep 12, 14 hours and I would still feel exhausted. Today, I still have it, right? It's something that doesn't go away. You kind of just manage it better, but the routine makes the difference. And I'm going to tell you guys about how I actually had to implement different things into my life to make sure that I was okay. So with my anemia, right, I had to get into the routine of eating different foods. So I went from eating very unhealthy, fried food, eating out a lot, and just not paying attention to how my body felt, to having to cook meals that were high in iron, so high in magnesium. I had to make sure that I had enough vitamins in my body, so I started to take supplements. I needed to make sure that I was hydrated, so I started, learning about how electrolytes and things like that help us keep hydrated, and how salt helps your body keep hydrated. And I had to change that whole section of my life, my eating habits. And from changing my eating habits, then I changed my routines and started going to the gym. And then I realized that I would do it, once or twice, or I would skip a week and then I wouldn't continue with it. So I actually had to build the routine of cool, I have to make sure that I have these foods. I have to make sure that I'm drinking these supplements every day, make sure that I'm hydrated as much as I can be, and just hit the gym because my body needs to, just keep in motion. And before I implemented my morning routine in place, I kind of just was doing it back and forth randomly. So my morning routine that I explained to you guys at the beginning of this now helps me keep myself accountable and keep myself, focused and feeling better. And it's not until I realize that I don't do the small things that I need to do that it actually makes a big difference in my life, right? So, like I said, routines, they provide structure, they help you stay organized and focused on what's important, especially when things get busy or overwhelming. So I'm a mom, right? I'm a full-time employee. I'm a mom. I have my husband. We have 2 businesses that we are trying to run. I have the podcast. I have a ministry with the youth. I have a ministry with people, women. So I'm constantly, talking to people, being, around, meeting people for coffee, meeting people for lunch, allowing the youth kids to, know that I'm there. So I'm always looking for them, making sure that I have what I need to. So, when it comes to our classes, I'm prepared. And life can get very busy, very, very busy, very fast. And so I make sure that my routine in the morning helps me. But now I'm thinking of implementing, an afternoon routine so that I spend more time with my son. But we'll talk about that as well. So how do we create a routine, right? How does that even happen? Because most of the time we kind of just get up and let the day be what it might be. But that's where it comes to being intentional. And I'll always say that it's you are in charge of what you do. It's not anybody else. It's not, I do this because it's been what I've done for the last 10 years. You can change it. My mindset mentor said once that there's this phrase of you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And in reality, that's a lie, because you can't. It just takes a little bit longer, right? So just like that phrase, us people, humans, we are able to change. We are able to implement new things. We are able to take a different direction, a different action, and implement it so that it sticks. So first is to be intentional. So figure out what it is that you want to change, right? I would start with three things or three key things that you want to implement. So it could be drinking more water, stretching or exercising, meditating or praying. You have to start small. Start small, keep it simple, and keep it easy to follow. I would start with 5 minutes. So I would start with the first thing. So let's say you're trying to implement a morning routine, and it's so that you focus on being more productive. So for me, that would be 3 key things. I would be intentional and set up a wake up time so that I have enough time for it. And then the 3 key habits would be journaling, because journaling helps you brain dump a bunch of stuff that goes on in your head daily. Then I would set time to read, because reading helps you focus a lot. So 10-15 minutes of reading. And then the last thing would be to actually be intentional about time blocking and organizing my day, the rest of my day. And that's it. And then I would probably get another 20 minutes in just to sit in silence, like maybe have your coffee, go outside, and just be present. Because when you're just being, it's super cool, because you're just there and you don't have any worries and you don't try to overthink or think about what's ahead. So that would be, the 4 things I would do if I wanted to start that. If you want to start a workout routine, same thing. Be intentional about the time that you're going to wake up, get ready, get hydrated, have a quick snack before you work out. That's another thing. You always have to have food before you work out. So wake up, don't hit the snooze button would be the first key habit. 2, get ready. 3, have your snack. And 4, set an intentional time, which is, it could be 30 minutes, 15 minutes actually also of exercise. It makes a difference, but start small, and then you can go on and change it and build on to the routine. Stay consistent. You have to keep doing the thing so that it sticks. There's this thing that people say that it takes 21 days for a habit to be formed. I don't think that's true. I think it takes more than 21 days, 100 days at that. So stay consistent, repeat it daily, and make sure that you are building the lasting habit. Build long term. Always be thinking long term, because that's what's going to change your life, right? So like I told you guys, for me it's getting up, getting ready, going to the gym, prayer, and working out. Those are habits I like to do in the morning because it gets my day started in the right way. So ask yourself, what do you want to do? What are you wanting to focus on or accomplish with your morning routine? Because you also do not want to have 15 tasks to do, because then it becomes unmanageable, So like I said, don't make it too long. Don't make it too many tasks. Allow yourself to keep it simple and keep going. You want to make it simple so that you can stay consistent. Why do we want to have routines? Because it improves our lives. It keeps us focused, right? It keeps us oriented. It keeps us looking forward to something, is what I feel like. But it also reduces stress and anxiety. Studies show that having a routine helps reduce uncertainty, which lowers your stress levels. When we know what to expect, it reduces our mental overload and anxiety. So, for me, hitting the gym in the morning helps me stay focused for the remainder of the day, and it helps me with my mental health, right? So what is one thing that you want to do that reduces your stress? Another thing is that it improves our sleep. A consistent daily routine, especially around sleep and wake times, improves sleep quality. Good sleep has a direct impact on our mental and physical health. So now, like when I was researching and I read this, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now I want to have an evening routine, right? Right now in the afternoons, I've caught myself that I'm not 100% present with my family, with my son, with my husband, right after work. So I actually want to change that. I want to become present with them, and I want to make sure that I'm going to sleep early so that, I'm getting enough quality sleep, and that I'm slowly Just getting to the habit of maybe reading a book before I go to bed instead of scrolling on my phone. Putting my phone away at a certain time. So like being intentional about putting my phone away outside of my sight so that I don't touch it for X amount of hours. And spending time with my son. Like I come home sometimes and I'm so exhausted that we kind of just lay down and do nothing. So, he's little, he's about to be 4, and I want to be more, involved and intentional of teaching him different things and allowing him to read, allowing him to just learn different things. So that's going to be my evening routine. And then that way I get into the habits of the things that I want to change and making sure that I put my phone away and sleep and spend time with my son, right? It also boosts productivity. So routines eliminate decision fatigue, which occurs when we have to make too many when we have too many choices and too many decisions to make. You're automating simple daily tasks. Again, we do this anyway. Why not change it so that it's actually a good thing for you, something that's going to change something for a better lifestyle, right? We conserve mental energy for more important decisions. And this way, it leads to better productivity. I get more done when I have my morning routine because it helps me stay on task and not feel like I'm all over the place as well. So I do time blocking, and time blocking is kind of the routine that I have for the rest of the day, and that helps me just stay focused and on time. And it also, of course, boosts your mental health. According to mental health experts, routines provide structure, which can be especially helpful for people dealing with depression, anxiety, or high levels of stress. They offer stability in time of chaos. And for me, my depression and my anxiety come out of nowhere or come out more when I'm not in my routines because I feel out of sync and I start overthinking. This is why I found out that I thrive in routines, right? And then it also shows, research shows that regular habits like exercising or engaging in hobbies, things that you love, overall boost your well-being and life satisfaction by creating a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Again, it gives you something to look forward to, right? I feel like my life is put together when I'm choosing to start my day in a positive way. I am being intentional to take action to change my day, my life to be better by showing up for myself, by taking myself serious, by saying I choose to get, have a routine that helps me be better, right? And that's it. Building a routine is not difficult. It doesn't have to be. It shouldn't be. The hard part is staying consistent with it and actually knowing what you want to change. So you have to spend a lot of time with yourself. And I always say this: spend time with yourself. Spend time. Figure out what you want to do, who you are, what makes your heart jump, what your passions are, what it is that you want to accomplish as a person, right? And as you do that, things will start to fall into place as well. And you will feel a lot less stressed because you won't be forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do, right? So think about that. So the Bible verse for this week, as always, I give you guys a Bible verse. The Bible verse for this week is in 1 Corinthians 14:40, and it says, "But everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way." But everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. This verse speaks to the value of structure and doing things with intention. Having routines can be seen as living in an orderly, purposeful way, which aligns with biblical principles of discipline and wisdom. So even the Lord says, hey, you should actually be orderly. You should be intentional with your time and the things that you do, because it'll just make life easier. I honestly believe, and I'm working towards gaining more wisdom so that my life is less stressful. But I honestly believe that we should always walk with the Lord, and He wants us to live stress-free. He wants us to live anxiety-free. He wants us to always be feeling like we're present and that we're doing things that we love, that we're not have to struggle through life. So the Lord created us. He knows what we need. He knows what we don't need. And I just, encourage you to have fun with it. Build a routine that's going to change your life. Build a routine that's going to help you be better. Have a better, week. Have a better day every day, right? I hope you guys found some value in this video today. And remember that I love you, but that the Lord loves you more always, always, always. Share with a friend, put it on your Instagram stories, tag me, share the podcast with somebody you love, somebody that might need this word, right? So I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for the support so far. Kingdom Culture is slowly growing, but I'm so happy to be here with you. So thank you again, and we'll see you guys next week. God bless.